I feel the same way. Bullpen battling. John. I want to say the man's name is Will. Lotta Zay. Y'all got some explaining to do. Because you can't just expect me not to talk about this card. I talked about the Pandemonium. I did Pandemonium, which ended up not actually happening. And then I just let Resolution just kind of just go ahead because, you know, that went down. But you decided to smack me in the face with this card. This ain't just no regular card. This is like fade and close range all in one. And then putting it in Atlanta on Super Bowl weekend. Y'all got some explaining to do because this is the let's just get right into it. The two matchups at the bottom I see right here. Alias versus Burke Bucks. Now, for those who don't know who Burke Bucks is, he has been Tay-Rock's right-hand man. I have spoken to him a couple of times. I've actually bought Cave Gang merchandise from him. He is a cool dude. I've never seen. I've heard him rap on tracks. I think this will be the first time I've actually be able to see him rap, like battle rap. And the thing is that he's in Cave Gang. So he's seen Chef Trez. He's seen Tay-Rock, which we're going to get to Tay-Rock and Briz, who's also on this card. Yes, Tay-Rock and Briz are also on this card, but let's hold up. He's facing Alias, one of Bullpen's newest bulls coming in. I don't know what to expect from this. I like that I don't know what to expect from this because I want to see what Bucks can do, and I want to hear. I've seen a little bit from Alias, but I want to see what both of them can do. This is a huge stage. This is almost like Bullpen's somewhat Summer Madness. Moon versus Super Black. That's gonna be a lot of OG talk right there. Moon versus Super Black's gonna be a lot of OG talk. Moon likes to his life experience comes into play, and I think Super Black does the same thing. But let's get into this main card. I'm excited for those two battles at the bottom of the flyer. These four guys are about to get huge. These are huge opportunities. Shotgun Suge versus D Flames. Suge, I was expecting you versus Clone to be on this. So Clone, brother, I need to know what plate you got next. Or they just didn't, choose you for this. I think D Flames deserves this opportunity. D Flames has been consistent in Bullpen ever since, Bullpen even started. I remember the first battle I ever seen him in was against Bad News. Shout out to Bad News. This battle is a bully battle to me. I think. Now, John, I know you got this locked in, and this is a great card, but I will say this: if you would have put PG Skillet versus Shotgun Suge for this, that would have been that would have been pocket taps, shoulder checks. I still think we're gonna get that in this battle. I want to commend Shotgun Suge because he just had a band battle against X Factor that I think he did very well in. And the thing is that Shotgun Suge in a small room. I don't know where this is going to be. I don't know where. I don't know if this is going to be in a big room, small room. I don't know the Atlanta venues very well. I mean, like I said, I haven't studied that much. So hopefully this is in a small room or some type of stage. But this is a good battle. I actually like this battle. I have Shotgun Suge actually winning this. But I guarantee you that Suge, you better not take D Flames lightly. Because he brought the competition to Cortez. He brought the competition to Cortez. He brought the competition to Bad News. He brought the competition to Riggs, I believe. No, it wasn't Riggs. Yeah, it was Riggs. Him and Riggs had actually a nice back and forth. Him and Zigzag had a nice back and forth as well. So, Suge, do not take him lightly. I got you winning, but don't try to coast 3 rounds with this. Because if you let off the gas a little bit, D-Flame's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. So I got Suge 2-1, but D-Flames has I think this is his biggest battle. This is his biggest battle. A lot of these guys that are battling right now, that's their biggest battle. Like, except for this one, I mean, Loso has had a lot of big battles, but this one's pretty up there. Loso versus Briz Rawstein. And John, I think you market this very well. What happens when a child of God goes over to the dark side a little bit? Briz is coming off of a great win over Mr. Wavy at Smack Volume 3. I think Briz Rawstein is finally, because a lot of people are calling out Briz Rawstein. You had Mr. Wavy calling him out since Born Legacy 4. You had Mike P been calling out Briz Rawstein. You got X Factor calling out Briz Rawstein. So this is going to be interesting. I think there's going to be some comedy in this. I think there's going to be some God angles in this. But I think, as part of me wants to say this is going to be the most competitive battle of the night. But if you look at the rest of the card, you can't really say that. So this is what I'm going to say about this. I think if this battle goes the way I think it's going to go, and that's Briz, if this is in a somewhat bigger room, Loso is going to use his bullpen home field advantage and try to, win over the crowd first before Briz does. This is Briz's first time in a pen. So I don't think Briz is that's a disadvantage to Briz. Because I think Briz can walk on any stage and entertain masses. He was on URL and they came down to Houston and he, boom, right then and there. So he's going to have some Atlanta references. That's just how Briz does. So it's not going to be hard for Briz to adapt to the atmosphere. And this is a little sidebar. When battle rappers that are URL based, that are RBE based, that are KOTD based, and they go somewhere else to a different league, like Bullpen, like Gates of the Garden, like Syndicate Cartel, it's a different atmosphere. They're different crowds. Bullpen is a very bar heavy kind of crowd. So Briz should fit right at home because Briz can rap. Literally, he can rap. You know what I'm saying? But he can also perform too. So we'll see what this battle goes. Now, who am I going to give this to? It's tough. It's really tough because you have to look at it from whose momentum is higher than the others. I mean, Briz is definitely, he just came off a clear win, and I think this is his first battle of 2019. And it's January 31st, people. So in a couple of weeks, actually, it is the 21st right now. So in 10 days, we got this crazy card. So, and I'm watching, to me, this is just my opinion, the best bullpen battle I've ever seen. Loso versus Bad News, who are both on this card. Now, back to Briz Rawstein and Loso. I have to edge this to Briz Rawstein. Yeah, I know, and you're like, dude, but this is Loso's turf. This is Loso. Loso, to me, took his first loss. Not clear loss, but okay, actually, yeah, definitive loss to me. To me, that's just my opinion. To Chef Trez, that was one of the best Chef Trez's I've ever seen. But part of me wants to think that Loso's gonna come harder than that. He wants revenge because he's battling another Cave Gang member. I mean, he's battled Chef Trez already. He's gonna battle. He's about to battle Briz, and I don't think that he's gonna take it lightly on Briz at all. So I have to. Actually, you know what? 2-1 either way on this one. I'm using my card on this one. This one's too hard to call for me because in Bullpen, Loso's like Tay-Rock and Bullpen. Like what Tay-Rock is to URL, Loso is the Bullpen. So it's a different kind of atmosphere there. So we'll see. I got 2-1 either way on this. It's a really hard matchup to call. Now this next one, y'all sleeping on this next matchup. K-Shine versus C-Money. Y'all are sleeping on this matchup. No, I can't believe everybody's talking about Bad News versus Tay-Rock, which we're going to get to because I'm really excited about that one. Everybody's talking about Briz Rothstein versus Loso, but nobody is talking about K-Shine versus C-Money. C-Money has proven time and time again that with battles against Bad News, with battles, a classic battle versus Clone, has shown that he can, him versus XL, he can hang with some of the best spitters, but K-Shine, this is big leagues now, money. This is big leagues now, money. I met C-Money when I was back at Nome and in Houston when I went to Nome, and his confidence. This was before the Bad News battle. And he was very confident going into the Bad News battle, and I think he's gonna have that same confidence going into this K-Shine battles. This is his biggest battle to date. This is his biggest battle to date, and I think what C-Money should do is to not take the same angles with K-Shine. Don't talk about Dot Mob. Don't talk about any other stuff. Just NWX, any of that. I think because this is what he did with Clone. If you just rap with somebody and try to instead of trying to, have an ulterior motive and try to, like it's like boxing. If you just straight up try to bang with somebody, just try to rap with somebody, yeah, there's a higher chance of you getting knocked out. But if you know what you're doing, you can hang in there. If he can hang in there with Clone, and Clone is one of the most efficient, yes, I use that big word today, efficient punchers in the game right now, then I think he can hang with K-Shine. But K-Shine is just he came off one of my favorite battles this year, him and Geechee Gotti. Him and Geechee Gotti was one of my favorite battles this year. Crazy. 30 J Mills. Had a win against, actually it came out way different on cam, but I think he still won against Av. K-Shine doesn't take angles. He doesn't know money. He doesn't know C-Money. C-Money doesn't know K-Shine. So basically these guys are just gonna have to rap with each other. But if C-Money takes any angles towards K-Shine, it's not gonna be good. We see what happens when you try to take angles versus K-Shine. Geechee Gotti sort of kind of got away with it with the whole blood thing and blah, blah, blah. But see, I know K-Shine is not going to try to... I know he's not going to try to, angle him. He's going to try to punch him to death like he always does. So that brings the question. Who do I have this battle? And I gotta go again with the vet. I gotta go with the vet on this one. It's just veteran experience. That's all it is. It's just all it comes down to is just veteran experience. Kayshawn, every time he comes to bullpen, he never slacks. I mean, watch him versus Bad News. Him and Bad News was crazy. Watch him versus Sharon. Watch him, in a 2-on-2 with him and DNA versus Cortez and Math. Every time he comes to bullpen, he does his thing. So what makes this any different? I'm not saying C Money's going to get 30. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think we're about to see one of the best C Moneys. But it just comes down to veteran experience. It's what it just comes down to. I mean, Kayshawn Kayshawn's, again, just like Briz Rossi, can go anywhere in the world and rap how he raps and still get crazy reactions. That's just how I feel about it. Now we're here. Oh, and I got Kayshawn 2-1. And now we're here at the main event. News! You got my number. You could have told me before this bombshell would. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't have told anybody because this is. Tay-Rock makes his bullpen debut against Mr. Top Bull himself. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. I'm glad you're good, bro. I really am. On a serious note, I really am glad that you're good, sir. Because when I met you in Houston, you were very genuine, you were very cool, you were very honest. And I'm glad you are still here with us. Good energy towards your way all day. Now, you see that? Well, Loso's rapping right now. You see the bag that you were in this one? You know what I'm saying? This was like a grudge match. This was like, I needed to prove that I'm the top bull in here. Well, you've battled crazy people on bull. You battled Shotgun Suge. You've battled PC. You've battled Bonus. You've battled E Hart. You battled Kayshawn. Your resume. And you've only done 2 PGs. Versus Jims, which nobody wants to talk about that, and versus Roller. No one wants to talk about that. I just have to say, man, listen, I'm very proud of Bad News right now, man. He is the main event at possibly Bullpen's biggest card. Possibly. Now, Tay-Rock said at the top of the year, he says, next year I'm giving people shots. I'm battling people who you wouldn't think I'd battle. I would have never thought he'd battle Bad News. Off rip, I would have never thought he'd battle Bad News. But here we are. January 31st, Bullpen Battle League presents Weekend Kickoff. Super Bowl Weekend Kickoff. And the main event is Tay-Rock versus Bad News. Now, I could go all day about this. We got Gumbar King versus versus Mr. Top Bull. We got, and matter of fact, we can take this back a little bit if you want to. We can take this back a little bit to when Bad News told Lil Key that he'd rather be smacking around Tay-Rock. And that battle was on national television. So what I'm saying is that Bad News called out Tay-Rock some odd years ago in a battle on television. Now, I'm not trying to paint a narrative and say this battle is history because it doesn't. I mean, yes, these two guys have ties to Rex. Bad News is Dot Mob, and Tay-Rock is no longer Dot Mob. Is that going to be discussed in this battle? I hope not. I want to see a lot of this. 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 I want to see a lot of that. I want to see a lot of all of that. I want to see what happens. Because listen, Bad News is like a bulldog. When you get him riled up and off of his chain, he gonna start barking in your face. And Tay-Rock says there's no more mutual respect given this year. So that means we get that aggressive Tay-Rock. That Tay-Rock versus Calico. That Tay-Rock versus Hollow. And I think Bad News wants that. Bad News doesn't want Tay-Rock coming in here collecting a check. Tay-Rock wouldn't have taken this battle. I already pulled my card on the Briz and Loso. Right? I already pulled that card, right? I can't pull it again. So I have to pick a winner. It's hard because you can't first of all, why would you go against Tay-Rock? Tay-Rock is the gun bar king. But then again, why would you go against Bad News? Bad News is Mr. Top Bull. The bulldog of Bullpen. Sort of. Y'all can market that if y'all want to. Just cut me a check. Just kidding. Part of me doesn't want to pick a winner because I know these guys are gonna come. Two things are gonna happen here. Someone's getting barked on in all 3 rounds, whether that be Bad News or Tay-Rock, or this is gonna be a classic. One way or another. This is gonna be a close battle. It's gonna be a close battle. And for one, John, as this video is up, I've already purchased my pay-per-view. I will be there in Atlanta. Now I've said that I'm gonna make. Listen. 2019, I'm gonna be there for a Bullpen event. I promise you, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna take that flight to Atlanta and make sure that I am in the building for a Bullpen event. I promise that. But this one, I need my laptop. I need my desk. Maybe I'll even plug in some earphones. Maybe I'll, you know what I'm saying, close the door. Whatever. I need to hear this. Especially for Bad News and Tay-Rock. I need to hear this. Loaded Lux voice. Cool it down in the back. Hold it down. I need to hear this. I can't pick a winner. I can't pick a winner for Rock and News, man. I can't. I really can't. Because if I go against Tay-Rock is going to dunk out and really get to barking on Bad News. But if I go against Bad News going to feel disrespected. What happens when you disrespect Bad News? You get a performance like this. You get a performance like Bonus. That's what happens when you disrespect News. You get a first I push down on your circle, then start twisting caps. You get not even a pocket check, you get a body grab. Bad News pocket check Shotgun Shug before he did. And when you disrespect Tay-Rock, you get a seatbelt line. You get a seatbelt line. You get a seatbelt line. You get a second round versus chess. You get a lot of things, man. You get a lot of things. But I'm going to tell you this. Get your tickets. If you in Atlanta watching this, get your tickets. I'll put them in the description box below. Get the pay-per-view on Rap Grid. Because if you miss this event, get out of my community and go somewhere else. Because this is most likely, to me, and I ain't boosting nobody just because John is my favorite battle rapper. this could possibly be the biggest card in Atlanta battle rap history. This could possibly be. The only way to find out is get your tickets. Subscribe to the Patreon. Anything to support Bullpen. John, we gonna need to have a one-on-one conversation. Flight 96 podcast. I'm calling you out. I've called you out 3 times already. I met you. I'm saying nothing. I'm not saying anything less. Flight 96 podcast, one-on-one conversation. Whether it be in Houston, if you're gonna be down there, or you call up on the show. I'm just saying. I've called you out. We need to make this happen. This is it. I've asked everybody I could ask to make this happen. Please make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, battle rap is fixing to be really interesting this year. Got Lux and Verb happening in Houston, which yours truly will be there. That's how monumental it is. We got shit dropping everywhere. We got battles dropping everywhere. You see that? You see that? Can't even hold my phone up properly. Got battles dropping everywhere. We got band legacy happening. We got Smack Volume 4 happening. And it ain't even summer yet. It's about to be the end of January. We about to barely reach the end of January. And shit's getting crazy. As for me, what do I got planned for the rest of this year? Just have to tune in and find out. Peace.